what I eat in a day. Thank you so much for continuing to log on and join me for fantastic days of food. So today's a Thursday. It's very much a homeschooling / working from home kind of day. So I got up, myself and the kids all had baths and showers, and we got down and wanted something quite quick because it was actually kind of going into brunch territory. So I wanted something quick and easy, so I got myself some yogurt and some berries. I'll insert that now. This is the yogurt I'm going to be using. It's one by Aldi. You guys have seen me have this quite frequently. I really enjoy it. So I like to change it to grams, put whatever I want in my bowl and just track it. I mean, again, I'm not being overly strict, but I want to give you guys the information accurately should you want it. So okay, so I've got conveniently 99 grams, so let's call it 100 grams. I have a feeling that's going to be about 4 points or so. 3 points, which isn't too bad at all. However, if you were to get a fat-free Greek yogurt and flavour it yourself, that would of course be free. But again, I'm not being overly strict. And with that, I'm going to wash some blackberries I have. I'm so happy to have fresh fruit and veg back in my life because I'm only going to the supermarkets like once every 2 weeks, just because it's such a fast at the moment. So I like to make sure that I have enough fruit and veg, but of course they go off quite quickly. So often there are times where I don't have as much as I would like on tap. So it's lovely to wake up to a full fridge of fresh fruit and veg. So I'm just gonna give these a quick rinse and pop those on the top. And I think I'm also gonna add some caramel sauce, which of course is optional. You guys don't have to add this. It is quite extra, but I do like to add it. This is the salted caramel dipping sauce that I use. You can use this for pretty much anything. I mix it in with so many things. Sometimes if I fancy it in a coffee or on top of cream in a hot chocolate, that kind of thing. You can just do so much with it. I'm not going to track this, but I am going to give you guys the point value should you choose to do so. So I would definitely say that is a healthy teaspoon. It is actually not as bad as you would think. Like, obviously caramel can be quite high because of what it is, but I think they'll be shocked to learn just how many points this is because it isn't too bad. But let's just get the app out and give it a check. So 3 points for a serving. And then the final flourish is sprinkling of demerara sugar. I'd like to add this for a bit of texture and a bit of crunch. Feel free to replace this with something healthier like flaxseed, sunflower seed, something like that. But I think this complements the caramel really nicely. You could also use a little teeny bit of icing sugar. I've done that before now and that tastes really good. But I just find that the caramel flavours go really well with the creaminess of the vanilla. And that is it. So I'm going to mark this down as 3 points, but again, if I was being accurate, this would more likely be around 7 points. But it's totally worth it. It's absolutely delicious, and I'm going to go and enjoy. Okay, so I have all my components here for my sandwich. I decided to go for this one because Layla has had the rest of this in a wrap and I don't want it to go to waste, and we also had a little bit of it last night on a pizza, so it does need eating today. This is just the Tesco's sliced chicken tikka breast. So this is 0 points a serving because I don't track marinade, but if you were to track this, it would be like 1 point for half of it. Like, I guarantee you it will not be much. And I also have my seeded loaf, which I showed you guys before, and I am going to track this because I'm not 100% sure. I've never had this before. I have had seeded loaf, but not this particular bloomer, and because of how thick they are, oh my god, they look delicious, but because of how thick and substantial they are, I have a feeling these will be quite a few points actually. So I'm going to get my scales, get my barcode out, and we'll check what the situation is. Let's have a quick look. And these are 5 points a slice, which is high, guys. I'm not going to lie, it is high. However, I feel like I'm going to go for it because I really want it. And it's actually only 9 slices for 2, so it's not too bad. So I'm going to track that. And of course, just in case any of you guys are interested in the chicken breast and you do want an accurate reading as to what this should cost you, it's 1 point for half the pack, which again is what I thought it would be because it's chicken breast. They're literally factoring in whatever they've used to marinate it. Add 1 point 10 grams worth of mature cheddar. Feel free to skip on this, but I think it complements it really nicely, and I quite like chicken tikka mixed with melted cheese. So I'm gonna have 1 point of that, 9 points for the bread, and if you did want to point the chicken, it would be 1 point for that as well. So not too bad for this really lovely sandwich. whipped up one of my cafe sachets. I will link these in the description box down below because I love them. They're 4 points, but I don't track them. Something else that I'm going to have is a slice of my lemon drizzle cake. Now, I have put the recipe of this into the app. And it is 12 points a serving, which isn't too bad actually, and it's quite typical for something like this. So it's not too bad, and it's really delicious. Ideal for a treat, ideal for afternoon tea. I usually use my weeklies for this. It's actually weigh day tomorrow, and I have pretty much all of my weeklies left, so that's what I'm going to use today. So I'm not going to factor this into my dailies per se, but if you wanted to do, I'll pop my recipe in the description box down below, and it is 12 points a serving. But I'm going to have that with a coffee, and then we'll get on with making dinner in a couple of hours or so. It's now time to make dinner, and I've got my chicken out here. This was just from Tesco. It's just a family-sized chicken for roasting, and I'm going to do a very, very simple marinade slash rub. You've seen me do really impressive chickens with loads of things stuffed in it and loads of stuff on the top, but sometimes just the very basic chicken actually is the best. So I have some good quality olive oil here. I have a bit of all-purpose seasoning. I like this just because it adds a bit of colour to the skin. Sorry about the noise, guys. I have the kids at home. It doesn't make for a very quiet filming environment, but I have some salt and pepper here, some butter, garlic and a lemon. So what I'm going to do is combine the garlic with the lemon and make like a lemon butter rub. I'm going to use a bit of lemon juice as well. Not a lemon butter rub, a garlic and butter rub, and then I will just sprinkle the top with some olive oil and my salt and pepper and all-purpose seasoning. Very simple. So let's get cracking. Come to the end of another What I Eat. Thank you so much. That chicken was delicious, and like I said, sometimes the most simple marinades when it comes to chicken are actually in fact the best, so I would definitely give that a try. I will pop it in the description box down below. When it comes to point values, I pointed everything up, and it turns out had I not have had the lemon drizzle cake today, which I did have, I would have spent 28 points, and that's tracking the coleslaw, the bacon, the chicken, the potato, and everything that I had for my sandwich this afternoon. Because I had the cake as well, it meant that I've gone over by 12 in my dailies, but I'm going to take that from my weeklies. Again, tomorrow's weigh day and I have them all left, so I'm not too concerned, and I'm going to end the night with my nightly orange. But I hope you've all enjoyed it. Give it a thumbs up if you have. Make sure to subscribe if you're new to see these every other day from me, and I'll see you in my next one.